Yes, it is. It's time to get in the ring with DJ Kooks and Beast Mike. How you doing, Beast Mike?
I'm not too bad. I just finished up a pretty good week of producing. I produced the annihilation that was the Penn State game yesterday.
R.I.P. Idaho.
Yep.
R.I.P. Oh my God. I saw the score and I'm like, Mike, is this true?
It was 44-0 at halftime. They only scored because of a fumble on a punt, and they had a short field, so they were able to score off that. We had five running backs score, a total of 7 touchdowns and 330 yards rushing. It was an annihilation of the highest order. People are mad because Penn State dropped 79 on them, but nobody's saying anything about Maryland doing it. So it's that kind of thing.
Maryland dropped 79?
Yeah, they dropped 79 on somebody. And
Maryland stinks.
Maryland said a word, but Maryland dropped 79 on somebody as well. But people are up in arms thinking, oh, Penn State right up the score at Idaho. No. Penn State took out their starters like after the first drive in the second half. Penn State took out their starters. And we're still able to put up 35, going to 35-7 clip.
We'll put this on a Sunday, of course, because Mike is incredibly busy right now, and I'm doing my own thing. So it's like, yeah, we'll do it on Sunday. And then we were thinking, like, when are we going to record this thing once SmackDown moves to Friday?
Yeah.
You know, it's like AEW's on Wednesday. So we're going to record on Tuesday or Thursday, and go from there. So we haven't really decided that yet, but
we'll figure it out as we go.
Well, we figure it out as we go. But we have 3 major shows.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing the match of the week this week. No.
There's so much happening. There's so much that happened on all 3 of the major brands this week. Yeah.
3 major shows, 2 of them in the UK, 1 in the US.
Mm-hmm.
You had, and then we're the show that gets into TV. So I'll start off with Royal Quest, honestly, because that's just a quick review.
Okay.
Honestly, I only saw really the non-title match between Will Ospreay, Taiji Ishimori, and El Phantasmo. The title match. Because everything else you can't undercard stuff. And the non-title match because Ishimori and Phantasmo are the junior tag title and belt. But Ospreay and Eagle defeated Ishimori and Phantasmo in a very good match. Girls Destiny defeat Aussie Open in another very good match. I went 4 on both tags.
Okay.
They were very good. Aussie Open was good and he lost. To Kyle Fletcher is like the perfect base case to tell. But it was fine. Kenta Tomohiro Ishii was a bit disappointing because of Bullet Club.
Mm.
And Kenta got knocked loopy, but Kenta does win the Never Openweight Championship. Luckily, they don't have a show for another few weeks, so Kenta can rest. But the first half of the match was very good. I went 3.5 on it. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Zack Sabre Jr., another very good match. Here I went 4 on it again. it was just smooth and effortless work. Tanahashi hits the high fly flow for the win. So Tanahashi is the British heavyweight champion. And then
Nice.
Okada Suzuki was phenomenal. These two have great chemistry anyway. Plus, it was in England where Suzuki is a god there because he just goes over there often.
Mm-hmm.
So the crowd was fire the entire night. They were really behind Aussie Open. World Quest, Okada, um, but um, very good stuff. I went 4.25 on it. Third best match of the weekend
Mm.
for me. So I highly recommend World Quest once it's posted up on World. Um, so where do you want to begin? Do you want to begin in like chronologically with like
Okay.
Cardiff and then do all out?
Sure. Sure.
So
All right.
over Cardiff.
So I watched Takeover Cardiff live as it was going down. First match of the night was Noam Dar doing his thing against Travis Banks. Solid opener. Did his
Yeah,
job. Did his job. It was a productive opener. Ultimately, it was the awareness of Noam Dar to get it done and get the pin, but it was a solid match.
yeah,
Good job by Noam Dar.
you were counting the slice of heaven into the Nova Roller
Yep,
for the win.
got it done. It's a good win by Noam Dar.
I would say 3.5.
Yeah, that's probably good. Cesaro and
Very,
Dragunov. But good.
it was very good. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. Cesaro and Dragunov was the second match. Cesaro had kind of teased on the NXT UK show before this that I'm gonna be at Takeover Cardiff. I wanna fight. Dragunov stepped to him right before the match happened. He's like, all right, you want to fight? I got you. So they got it in. Good stuff. Good match all the way around. Good physical styles. Both guys threw everything at each other. But ultimately, Dragunov couldn't take the uppercuts from Cesaro. Took one last one. And all the swings. He took like 40 swings on the rotations.
Yes, he did kick 40 swings, which was very impressive.
Yes. But
Like,
ultimately, Cesaro put up one too many uppercuts for Dragunov, and then the neutralizer to finish the deal. Probably a 4-star match.
yeah, I would go 4. I would go 4 on it as well.
Entertaining
I
from
thought it
start to
was
finish.
the third best match of the night.
Very entertaining from start to finish. Next up, I believe, was the tag match.
Yes, it was.
This tag team title match was good.
This was a
Now,
good spot.
yeah, it
Not
was.
not compared to the other two spot fests that we're gonna get at an all out, but very good.
Yeah, it was.
Andrews and Webster, the crowd were really behind.
The crowd was hot for Andrews and Webster. Absolutely. They didn't hate Gallus, but they really didn't want Gibson and uh,
Right.
Gibson and Drake to retain. So they were kind of neutral. No, they really didn't want Gallus to win, but they were kind of neutral on them. And they were anti-GYVs. But they were absolutely Drake. They were absolutely for the two hometown boys and Webster and Andrews. But it's the hometown boys that get it done with a crazy, crazy finish. Gibson did the right thing at the end, telling Drake, go get Gallus and make sure Gallus didn't interfere after they hit Ticket to Mayhem. but it was the quick thinking of Andrews that made the pin happen.
Right.
So it's Andrews and Morgan Webster who win the tag titles. They become the second NXT tag team champions, NXT UK tag champions, and the first Welshman to win championships in WWE.
I thought it was really good.
Yes.
We get a GYV versus Flash Morgan and Mark Andrews Bravo.
Yeah, I could do 2-on-2 with them. I like Gallus, but I could do a 2-on-2 with those four, and then let Gallus get the winner.
Yeah, and then if you saw the taping spoilers, pretty strong stuff. The ending was really just a little bit of a curtain call for Tyler Tate for a.
I did see the photo of Tyler and Pete. I didn't see Trent Seven in the ring, but I did see the photo of Tyler and Pete. Kind of a curtain calls. It seems like those guys are either going to get called up or just come back to America to kind of help promote NXT, moving to USA.
But
I get that.
But they're not leaving NXT like UK. They're still gonna do that.
It just seems like they're gonna focus more so on the American NXT.
And then we had the last man standing match. I went 4 on the tag, by the way, as well.
I'd go 4 1/4 because I really did like how frantic the ending was. Yeah, the tag, the last man standing, I thought was fine. I thought last man standing was fine. I really did. I like because the first match was physical and it kind of set the tone for, okay, they're going to literally throw everything at each other to beat each other up and make sure that the opposite guy didn't get up. So I understood it.
It had growing, and it was okay, but it wasn't like the best thing I've ever seen.
Right.
It's not like I like crowd brawling when it means something. It's not like it's a blood feud or anything like that, but it's but they had extenuating circumstances, and that's why they did all the crowd brawling.
Well, yeah, they threw up because like 5 minutes into the match, they Master threw Coffee into the turnbuckle and exploded the turnbuckle. So
I don't think that was one. Obviously.
No, I don't think it was either. I just think it's just Master's just so powerful. It's just gonna happen that way.
All right.
That's just what it is. But the right guy won. I think Coffee was the right guy to win. Keep Gallus strong.
I just thought they improvised well. I gave it a 3.
Probably go 3 3/4 for me. The finish is more intelligent than anything. I understood I kind of I can understand the finish, but I didn't love it. But I thought it was a good match.
So you went 3 1/4?
I went 3 3/4.
3/4. Oh. I went 3 1/2 on it.
Okay.
This is a match. The next match I didn't like at all.
I understand why you didn't. It just wasn't exciting. To tell the truth, it just wasn't exciting.
It was okay at the beginning, but then they were just hitting finishers and no reactions.
Right.
And I was like, and I thought they should have had a little bit more time to develop a story than 10 minutes.
The match seemed longer than that. I'm amazed it went 10 minutes. It seemed longer than that.
It felt longer than that, and that's why I went 2 3/4 on it.
And I'm pretty much right with you because it felt like it should have. I'm amazed that it was 10 minutes. I really thought it was longer. I really thought it was longer. But yeah, so Kaylee Ray, by props to you winning the title. Like we're not hating on you winning the title. It's just like it just wasn't exciting to me. Just wasn't exciting to me. So yeah, I can see your rating. I pretty much agree with it.
Um,
But
the
then we get
honest
good.
main event was not as polarizing as Coffee Gun. I still saw a 2.5-star rating for it. I was like, what?
Who would rate that
And
too?
it's something I don't really like. Dude,
I'm like, my first reaction to that would be, did somebody just watch the first half of the match and not watch the second half? Because I agree. I can
tell
get
you
it.
what he said. Like,
Because good.
I can tell you what he said. It was the Voices of Wrestling review.
Okay.
Ian Malone. I'm not bashing Lee. He said, let me begin by saying I appreciate both wrestlers putting 100% effort into a match, but both are clearly exhausted by the end. I cannot knock the other. However, I can knock the structure of the match, and I am going to. Walter spent 90% of this match dominating Tyler. The match went over 40 minutes when the same story could have been told in 20. Excessive kickouts. Tyler just repeated the orders to class. But I did not think that. I was fucking standing and pacing at because Tyler Bate's so fucking good. Not like because Walter's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Right.
But holy fuck, Tyler Bate. This dude's only 22.
He's 22. He's built like a cruiserweight, yet he lifts like a super heavyweight. It's amazing how good Bate is. I keep asking, like, and I think people keep comparing him like he's a new school Bob Backlund in terms of that kind of like brute strength. I get that.
Bob Backlund. Oh God.
Well, not in terms of insanity, but in terms of like that strength and that strength department.
Yeah. Okay. I get that then.
Yeah. Not in terms of like being like completely nuts, but in terms of like that pure strength, that brute strength, where it's like you're amazed. Like every time you see Tyler in the ring, he always does like a feat of strength. It's like, how strong are you? Like, it's just incredible how strong this dude is. And I love the story it told of, okay, Walter's a big, imposing guy. Bates probably 180 pounds with a brick in his pocket. How much does Walter have to do to finally subdue Bates? He basically had to do everything and anything in his power to subdue Bates. Like halfway through, he gets powerbombed on the apron and powerbombed onto the post. And Bates still keeps coming back. Bates just wouldn't go away. And like I really thought that Bates had it won when he hit the Tyler driver, or when he hit the burning hammer, or that corkscrew. There were so many instances where I thought Bates had it won.
I thought I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was.
I went for a 5.
And I would agree with the 5 because it was drama from start to finish. There was suspense from start to finish. Highly entertaining.
I only 5 at 2 matches this year, so I'm not at 2 other matches. I mean,
okay.
I'm not like overrating this. This was fucking incredible.
The other 2 matches are what?
Omega Tanahashi.
Okay.
And
that's from the Dome, right? That's from the Dome?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ospreay Shingo.
And Ospreay Shingo, okay.
It's those 3 right now. And I do a rewatch at the end of the year. So.
Because you'll get a better perspective if you're not in the moment, that type of deal. Right, I get it.
Right. So
But
And
this
we'll
was
do a
incredible.
discussion after these three shows, after we review these three shows and review Raw and stuff like that, in lieu of a match of the week segment. So, because I think that's important to look at because we're in September now, so we're getting into serious territory now. The G1's over. There's only really one major New Japan event left. So the debate Walter fucking rocked.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
I went the full 5 on it.
I did too. And it was everything about it. It was riveting. The action from start to finish. The story made sense. It was a really good story that went along with it. I highly enjoyed it from start to finish.
This was a lot better than their Progress match, which main evented their Wednesday show, Wembley Arena show. And that's not like I wasn't a fan of that match. I still gave that match 4.25, but from last year around this time.
This was just like that blow. This was a blowaway. Like this just blew it out of the water.
This blows that one out of the water. Yes. So All Out. I'll take the lead on the pre-show matches because I don't think you watched the pre-show.
I did not get a chance to watch the pre-show. No.
So the Casino Battle Royale. This pre-show. Overall general thoughts, it was a lot better than the other two pre-shows.
Okay.
Because they didn't have silly shit on it.
Okay.
And they sort of build it up more as a traditional like Sunday Night Heat type pre-show,
which is good. Which I think is the way it needs to be.
The Battle Royal started off. Nyla Rose was in the first group with Web of H, Fabi Apache, Priscilla Kelly, and Chandra Royale. And then I could tell you what it came down to. It came down to B. Priestley, Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose. And they sort of did the Ric Flair 1992 Hogan finish. Where B. Nyla Rose in the get to eliminate Baker. So that was good. I felt as if the finish was a little hokey, but the battle royal itself was very well structured. A lot better than the first Casino Battle Royale.
Oh, so better than the one that Hangman Page won.
Battle Royal. No.
So better than the one that Hangman Page won to get the title shot.
Yeah, because you didn't have a bunch of silliness in it. But and then they hype up Jericho and Page for later tonight. And then you had Private Party versus Jack Evans and Angelico, and I suggest going back and watching this. This was a very good match. 3.5 stars I went. Private Party would win with the gin and juice.
That's a good finisher. That's a good name for a finisher.
Yeah, I forgot exactly because this show was 5 hours long, so so it was like, so I forgot exactly what that finisher is, but it was very good. These two had good chemistry. These two teams had very good chemistry. And then Evans and Angelico attack them post match and take it, and then and Angelico take it. So, do you want to take the lead on the pay-per-view? Because I'm pretty tired, actually.
In
We're
some case, let's
recording this
see.
at 10 o'clock at night.
All right, so first match of the evening was the let's see, it was basically the jungle, effectively SCU, and the Wednesday first match
The Jurassic Express.
with the Jurassic Express. I'm trying to think of the name of the group. Yeah, Jurassic Express. Solid opener. Did its part. I am a becoming a big fan of Luchasaurus.
I'm a big fan of Luchasaurus.
Huh?
My God, Luchasaurus is a fucking star.
Luchasaurus looks like he could wreck shop in his singles career immediately. I am a fan of him.
Still play it, but yeah, I agree.
Dude looks like he could be an absolute monster. So I'm all for it.
And then this act is merchandising genius.
Yes, it's
the three of them, the Jurassic Express, and then the tag team of Boy and his Dinosaur.
Jungle Boy and Marco Strut they got problems too. But yeah, but Luchasaurus is like,
yeah.
but Luchasaurus is like an absolute monster. Love me some Luchasaurus.
Too. Jungle Boy is very good too. So
yes,
but I thought it was the right decision to have SCU win.
Yes, it was. More established, more experience. The three of them together, they just fit so well. They flow so well. I'm all
just so pay-per-view with an SCU six-man because the crowd just loves that.
The crowd eats it up. They really do.
Town I've ever been in.
I love how that works everywhere.
That's Southern California, so the only place it would not work is in LA.
Yeah. Now, all right, next up, this Cracker Barrel clash. Darby Allin, Joey Janela, Jimmy Havoc. What's up?
It was Omega Pac.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Omega Pac was second. And I thought it was all right.
I thought it was very good. I thought it was, we're going to differ on this then.
Okay.
You thought it was all right?
I guess I didn't get into the match like I thought I would. That's probably what I mean by that. Like, I go back and watch it again. Like, I'd go back and watch it again, certainly. But I think I got into it like I thought I would.
I thought this was excellent. I still thought there were some better matches on the show, but I still went 4 on it. I liked the finish too.
Yeah, I did. No, the finish was fun. Yeah, the finish was
fun. Pac locking in the brutalizer.
I thought that was good.
I thought your problem would have been with the finish. But
I feel the reverse. I like the finish.
And the finishing sequence was a little sloppy. I would get that because they were trying to do a couple of reverse Ranas,
right?
And it just didn't
click.
But I thought these two clicked very well together, and I thought the surprising win for Pac was actually the right booking decision because you can build up Omega at any time.
Yeah, Pac winning was not the surprise. Was the right move. Yes, I agree with that. I think that was what? That was Pac's first match in AEW. And
yes.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the ground running with Pac, considering how good he did.
Because Twitter was arguing about it, of course, and it's actually Pac, but I'm still used to saying Pac.
I'm still gonna go with Pac. I'm gonna go with Pac.
Like, then it was the Cracker Barrel crash, and holy shit,
this was nuts. This was absolutely ridiculous in a good way. Oh, this is ridiculous in a good way. First of all, I've never seen that somebody would willingly like that. That's so creative. That's a creative way to torture somebody. Jimmy Havoc getting duct taped to a chair and have thumbtacks stuffed in his mouth, and then willingly ask,
Gone without that. I could have gone without that.
"Yeah."
Personally, but I appreciate the creativity.
And then actually using the barrels later on. I fear that Darby Allin's actually going to kill himself with some of the spots
Yes.
he's doing. I don't mean to sound like a laugher when I say that,
Janela,
but I'm
too.
there. Janela to a lesser extent, but I fear that Darby Allin's actually going to kill himself. Dude's legitimately 120 pounds doing incredibly reckless stuff. That skateboard thing was funny. I like the skateboard thing. I thought that was dope.
That barrel spot looked so good.
The what?
The barrel spot.
Yeah,
When
the barrel spot was that. Wow, that looked incredibly painful. That barrel spot was painful. That skateboard thing was dope. I like to use the skateboard thing, considering he was a former skateboarder. I love that was dope. I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought of the three performers, Jimmy Havoc was the least impressive, but
Yeah,
he was so impressive. But
I don't think he had the thing that really like that popped, that made you pop.
no, compared to the other two maniacs in that, like he stapled himself in the beginning, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But the reason why Jimmy Havoc is a thing because he was the best. He was like this big deal in Progress. When Progress was not affiliated with WWE.
Right.
He was basically their equivalent of Sandman. Like, and I would have had Chanel win. I was looking at, but it was an interesting direction to see where Jimmy have Jimmy Hamilton this.
Janela will have his days. Janela's gonna have his days. He's gonna have his times where it's gonna be his show. It's time to win. I can understand Havoc winning. I can understand him winning this one. But Janela will have his time, and Darby Allin's gonna have his time.
Yeah, Darby Allin can lose all he wants. I don't really care because the aura of Darby Allin is him losing and getting his ass kicked.
I can understand that, and then he'll have a signature. At some point, he'll have a signature win against a big time opponent.
Yeah, I never want him to win the fucking world title.
No, he probably shouldn't do that.
But Allen should have a big win every once in a while.
Yeah.
Place in AEW. And then we get to the best friends in the Dark Order. Probably the worst match of the back.
Yeah,
it was good. I went 4 1/4 on the Cracker Barrel Crash.
That's a fair rating.
Clash. I said crash.
Yeah, well,
they could have called it.
What's the difference? I mean, dude legitimately crashed through steel steps with a barrel. What's the difference? But yeah, best friends in Dark Order. Dark Order was the right team to win the match. But yeah, it just seemed.
I thought that. They should have called
that best friends win. Okay. I like Dark Order as a heel.
Not.
What's up?
It's not over.
Oh, what? The beef between the two teams.
Yeah, not over.
Yeah, I can believe that.
It's gone over like a big wet fart.
I think part of that's because of the goons that they have. Dark Order. I'm not a fan of the Minions.
I think it's the gimmick.
That's understandable too.
For the mission, I would keep them off TV for a couple months and then repack them. Because they're talented.
Yeah, they are.
I know they're talented. I've seen them before, but Yeah,
and that finish is
underwhelmed.
incredible. That's an incredible finisher too. The fatality.
Yeah, the fatality finish is cool. But post match, we get the second of three post match angles here. Dark Order attacks post match, and then lights go out,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
and then this particular guy with his hands in his pocket appears. Orange Cassidy.
this was this was the most gangster part of the show. Dude keeps his hands in his pocket the whole time.
I haven't
Doesn't
seen Orange Cassidy before.
doesn't
You
tope. I laughed hysterically. Thought this was awesome. Keeps his hands in his pocket the whole time. Does a tope. And I think he did a drop kick and kicked up. And his hand stayed in his pocket, and his shade stayed on his face the whole time. That was awesome and hilarious at the same
somewhere
time.
else, welcome. And, but I know you. I was like, who's Mike's gonna pop for this? I was like,
I was
I
all
was like,
for that. That was that was a boss move right there. I can't believe it. That was really cool. I was all for Orange Cassidy's debut and the way he did it. I thought there was so
fresh.
much swag involved in that debut. It was ridiculous.
You're all about the freshly squeezed one.
There was so much swag involved. I'm all for the swag. I'm all for the swag involved.
And he had a match with Velveteen Dream with the actual.
I will need the particulars on where to find this match because I'm all for the swag. You know I'm a Velveteen Dream guy. I'm all for the swag. Okay.
All for the. Yeah. So Hikaru Shida versus Riho. This was very good, but the crowd just died a death after the Dark Order.
I
And
think the crowd didn't have that same energy. I think it should have. I agree with you there. I can agree with
I
you.
thought it was very well worked.
Yeah, both women really did their parts.
Yeah, so it was very good. Um, I thought really shown here, but I got my
Yeah, Rio did her. The Rio was very impressive. It's amazing. Like she's able to move around as with all that speed and all that control, the way she does.
I don't know what story they're going right. Like now we're just gonna destroy her.
Yes. And it's gonna tell a really good story. It's gonna tell that Walter versus Tyler Bates story. I think where of Walter or Nyla is gonna beat up and basically try to turn Ryu into a pretzel. And it's just a matter of can Ryu withstand the pain and actually steal the win. I don't think she does, but I think it's gonna probably play out that way. Where Nyla destroys it and wins the title in her hometown.
I thought Sheeta was the more impressive one of the two.
I can see that.
But I thought this was a very. I went 3.5 on it.
Yeah.
Randy,
I can see that.
can we talk about the two entrances before? First off, don't put a dog in your fireworks.
Yeah.
That was a bad look. I was like,
that was not a good look. I agree with you there.
nervous, and I'm like, Carl's a great dog. I know they're great dogs, but that was not the wisest of them.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And the savagery by Sean Spears.
I really like Spears' entrance.
Yes, I did too. And the music by Josiah Williams. You know I'm a fan of his from the WrestleFlow series. And I was all for. I love the savagery of actually bringing out the chair that he destroyed Cody with. I love the music. The whole flow was really good for Spears' entrance. I thought Cody's was fine. and I thought it was a bold move picking MJF. I smell a turn any day now with MJF on Cody. It's only a matter of time for that turn to
I
actually go down.
because he chose MJF because he thought that MJF would help him, and like put in a match here at fight and they didn't get along. So I thought it was a good choice. That wasn't a
I think
that performer in this match.
I like the match. I think better than you did. In a sense, I think I was more invested into the story. The crowd was certainly into it.
I was into the story too. It wasn't that. It was just the action didn't really grip me as much.
Mm. I was all for it, except for I thought MJF was going to get involved any day now, or throw hands with Tully Blanchard. He never did it, and I was until the very end, which I was a little disappointed by that. But I really did like what the match was. I do think Spears should have won.
Yes, I agree. Oh, I totally agree.
Spears should have won. They would have kept the story up, kept the story going, kept up Spears as this. He could be a super ultra heel, and then you kind of have MJF in this quandary of, I love MJF as a heel, but you can have him be like the hero here, like the hero, kind of saving the good name of Cody and the respect of Cody that he has, and then he finally beats Spears, and then he turns on Cody, that type of thing. But Cody gets it done with the Crossroads.
Matches on like AEW slash All In. The match with Aldis was very good. I would say this is the third of three because the match with Dustin was amazing, and
that's a match. That's to me is a match of the year for me. It's gonna probably make my list of Cody versus Dustin. But yeah, I thought it was and then Cody and Darby Allin was very entertaining. And it's told a different story that was also good.
I still thought it was very good.
Yeah,
I went through it, so it's not like I hate. It's not like I hated it.
Okay.
What did you go?
I go with a 4 for this. I go with a 4. I thought it was I really did. I enjoyed most of it. I do wish Spears would have won, but I'd still go with a 4.
I thought the finish was a little flat, though. That's but that's okay because we had Lucha Brothers Young Bucks. Holy fucking shit!
Wow.
Where do we even begin?
Yeah, that was exactly what I was about to say. So much happened here. Happened here. Like some of the dives were tame once they got going. Like there were points where they were staring at each other and then doing dives to the opposite people on their opponents. The Canadian destroyer, the first Canadian destroyer looks tame because of the second one. It was, and then you got what was it? Was it Phoenix that got unmasked?
Pentagon.
It was Pentagon that got unmasked towards the very end, and then Pentagon and Phoenix snapped. But a package pile driver on the beam of the ladder was like, I was worried about Nick Jackson there.
The ladder fall.
Yeah.
The Nick Jackson ladder fall. I thought Nick Jackson broke his neck because his foot hit the roof.
His foot. I thought his foot was gonna get caught, and that was gonna be GG for Nick. That was ugly.
But still standing, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit.
that was
I
nuts.
But the most insane spot was the Canadian destroyer off the
He did a Canadian destroyer off a ladder through a table. When he actually delivers the move, Matt Jackson is at a perfect 90-degree angle.
That couldn't have been. That couldn't have been more. That's one of the best spots I've ever seen.
It is right up there. I've never
And
seen.
that's going to be on video packages for years to come.
Yeah, that's an incredible spot. The precision, the accuracy, the timing, and the way it was sold. I I I couldn't describe that. I had no words for it when I first saw it. When I first saw the move, I had no words. I couldn't describe what I just seen.
But the double slump pile driver combo, and then 4 3/4.
Yeah, I will totally go with that because it was absolutely incredible from start to finish. Completely insane. Lucha Brothers retain the tag titles, and then LAX comes in and lays waste to all parties involved.
They're going by. I don't know how I feel about the name. They might adjust the name.
They probably will.
AEW returns to pay-per-view on November 9th. And then
Baltimore.
After this. That's the main event. Like, it was a shame because the main event was very good.
It really was. I really did like the main event. I really did. It's just, how do you follow that? I think is the point that we had to deal with here. And
it was a 5-hour show.
Yes.
I've had enough of these 5-hour shows. We need to cut back on shows.
Yeah, they got to chill. Do 3 hours, 3.5 tops. If you want to do 3 plus the pre-show, okay. But I think AEW's trying to do too much. They're trying too hard to do too much with the longevity of the shows.
So it's not like I'm consistent on this.
Yes. You do get on WWE because of those 5 hours, and then when they get to the core 4 pay-per-view, 7-hour shows.
Right. I went 3.5 on the main event. The crowd was involved. It probably was quicker.
I'd probably go 3 3/4 on it. Jericho was the right person to win.
Yeah, I told Jericho. Everybody, it's like universal. Everybody agreed that Jericho was the right call.
Right. Hangman Page will have his time. Hangman Page will absolutely have his time and will be champion. I think Hangman Page. What's up?
He wasn't built up well in the lead up to this.
No, he really wasn't. This felt like this was about Jericho.
And I enjoyed that.
It was. It was a good story. It was a good story that was told.
But I could have shaved 5 minutes off of it.
Yeah,
because I don't.
It ended a little slower than I think it should have.
6 minutes. I love Chris Jericho. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to be more like.
His match probably ended. It probably didn't do. What am I trying to say? It probably could have ended. It ended a little slow for me. I think it ended a little bit too slow for me. I would say. I like the match, but I wish it would have ended with a little bit of a faster pace. And I'd have been cool with it.
Part of that is because Jericho is
48.
48. I'm not knocking the man.
I'm gonna. But yeah, no, I get it. I get it though. So I'm not gonna hate on it too much. Jericho did his thing.
I'm not. It's just, and then and then we have to get into the commentary. Commentary was better, but JR needs to fucking go.
Yeah,
JR was
JR
bad.
was nowhere near like he was with Double or Nothing, where I thought he was good, and that Jacksonville
Thank
show.
God was bad.
Who's what?
Thank God. Thank God Marvez wasn't in there.
This is true.
Because that could have been a lot worse. But Excalibur was fine. Golden Boy was fine.
Yep.
But JR was bad.
Yeah, JR, I think, tried too hard.
And they still have some kinks to work out. Getting the camera shots right. Stop doing the crowd shots.
Yeah, that kind of. Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm glad you brought that up because I think they tried too hard to like bring. It kind of took it out of the meat out of the flow of the matches, you know.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, everybody's saying so. They got to work out their kinks, but I think it will be solid for TV. It's a solid TV product. But you're going to be compared to WWE, so.
You got to bring your best to step to them. You got to bring your best. This is good. What they have here is good, but they need to get to great to step to WWE to me. I think they can do. They can. I
thought it was better.
You thought what?
I thought Double or Nothing was better show. But this has very good merits. And I think it sort of tamed the expectations a little bit.
Okay.
Because you think of the expectations being so high for AEW is because they went out with a bang on their first show.
Right.
With Moxley.
With Moxley's debut.
But you can't do that every time. So you're not going to have something like that every time. So I liked how the show ended with just Jericho winning. Because it tapered the expectation of like, you know what I mean? And
well, Chris is probably your biggest star, or at least your most notable star on the show.
Yes.
In the company.
So it's justified.
Yes.
So I just think they have some things to work out, production wise, commentary. I would get JR off that TV as he can be an advisor, fine. He can do a special match here or there, but not week
as
to week.
As a full on dudes on for 4 to 5 hours.
No.
You want no parts.
I want no parts of that. I think Shivani will do a better job.
Probably.
He's very good on MLW, if you haven't heard MLW.
I do think yeah, I do. I guess Shivani's going to cover the weeklies.
Yeah,
Shivani probably does the weekly stuff. And then JR comes in for pay-per-views, I guess. I guess that's how they're going to play this.
Yeah, but he's not going to give up his minor league. The problem is he's not going to give up his minor league announcing day unless AEW throws a lot of money on it. It's confusing. But they have some. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's fine.
But very good shows overall. Since Raw Monday is going, since by the time we post the show, it's going to be Monday. Let's just quickly do Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and then we'll get into match of the year.
Okay. So basically, Raw kind of set up. Raw and SmackDown did this too. Both shows effectively were setting towards Clash of Champions in their own ways. Raw's King of the Ring quarter semifinals are Corbin, who actually beat Miz in what was a pretty good match. Corbin beat Miz, and Ricochet in a very good match beat Drew McIntyre. That was a very good match. So it's going to be Joe and Ricochet and Corbin and Cedric Alexander. Those two winners will face off next week. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. And then those two winners will face off next week for the Raw spot at Clash of Champions and the King of the Ring. Just to kind of keep the King of the Ring theme going, Buddy and Ali did the thing. As we know, Buddy and Ali had classics on 205. They went with that pace for their match on SmackDown, and it was dope. Ali gets it done, but it was a really good match. All for it. The other one was Gable and Benjamin. Decent. Definitely the worst of the four, but it was decent. Gable gets it done with kind of a code red that was a little slower, or just a sunset flip. I guess you can call it that. But decent. Gable gets it done. So Gable will face Andrade, and Buddy will face and Ali will face Elias. Same thing like the Raw stuff. That face off on Tuesday, winners face off the following week to get to the Clash of Champions. Okay. Now Seth and Braun are the tag champions on Raw. They're going to face each other at Clash of Champions for Seth's Universal Championship. They'll defend those tag titles earlier in the evening against the new team of Bobby Roode, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler, who beat 4 different teams to get that spot. The last of which being Heavy Machinery. So that's going to be those matches there. AJ basically outsmarted Strowman to keep his U.S. title. We don't know who's going to fight AJ for Clash of Champions. Sasha and Natty had a good story. They told at the start of the show with a good brawl, and then a pretty good match towards the end of the show, where Sasha gets it done with the bank statement. Good job, right, Sasha. That was pretty. I like where they're going with this. It's only a matter of time before they put Sasha and Becky together for the women's title. I like what they did there. Good stuff. And the Raw closer show with Strowman and AJ, which Strowman destroyed the OC, but AJ kept the title because AJ outsmarted them. As for SmackDown was about a couple things. SmackDown led to Orton getting the drop on Kofi. Had to basically go to him to the backstage area and DDT'd him onto the floor. Big E then tried to defend the honor of New Day. Good match with Randy, but Orton RKO'd him. And then Orton and the Revival, thanks to a little bit of assistance from the Revival, and the Revival helped with the Super RKO, which basically is a 3D with an extra guy doing the flapjack on Big E. Revival will face Big E and Woods for the SmackDown tag titles. Obviously, Kofi and Randy for the WWE title. Both pretty much already been made. Bayley and Lacey Evans, and this was the best match I've seen Lacey Evans have. She's been on the main roster. She put up a very good fight against Bayley. Charlotte watched from the ringside area, but it was a very good match all in all. Bayley eventually gets it done with 2 Bayley to bellies and gets the pin on Lacey, but Lacey looked very, very good. So, good job, Lacey Evans. You did your thing. Rick Maverick won the 24/7 title, and the show effectively ended with Rowan basically being caught as the guy who did it to Roman Reigns, who tried to end Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan basically distanced himself away from Rowan and got speared in the process by Roman Reigns. Also, Shinsuke and Sami Zayn basically beat up Miz. Shinsuke will fight Miz at Clash of Champions for the Intercontinental Championship. That was Raw. That was Raw and SmackDown. I thought Raw was better. Going to NXT. Now, before Tyler Bate and Walter basically shut down Cardiff, Keith Lee, I've been waiting 6 months for Keith Lee to fight Donovan Dijakovic. This was worth the wait and exceeded all my expectations. Absolutely incredible those two dudes were. This match was so good. This match was so good from start to finish. There's no other way to say it. This match was so good from start to finish. And we got that Spanish fly spot. I
was like, what are they doing?
I freaked out so hard when I saw that Spanish fly spot. And then Dijakovic kicked out. And then Dijakovic kicked out of it. Absolutely incredible. And then he hits the feast your eyes on lead it to win the match, but it was absolutely incredible from start to finish. I wanted round 3. I needed round 3. The only other big thing that really happened at NXT this week was Undisputed Era winning the tag titles from Street Profits. It was all right. The match itself was okay. You didn't really miss too much. It was a high-low that Fish and O'Reilly gave to Montez Ford to get the pin. It was all right. It was nothing special.
Okay. So,
yeah. But that was the main stuff from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
yeah. Then we have match of the year. So I have no idea. Like the match, I don't want to be like too recency biased and say Walter and Baze like leading now. Because I still love Ospreay and Shingo, but it's definitely like,
But it's definitely going to be in the discussion, is what you're saying.
oh, it's definitely gonna be in the discussion. I'm just thinking, like Shingo had a match with Tony Arishi that was very good, and the match with Nato that was awesome from G1. The highest rated match on Cage Match this year is the Shingo Takagi vs. Ospreay. Yes, 9.62 out of 10.
Okay.
Then it's Shingo Takagi versus Tetsuya Naito. Cody Dustin Rhodes is 12. Tanahashi Omega 7.
Okay.
Okada Ibushi. I haven't seen the Peter Pan match between Tetsuya Endo and Inosuke Takashita, but I'm hearing from the people who watch other Japanese wrestling Twitter that match is your contender. I did watch No More versus Hayashi. That was very good. I really had four people. Cody Dustin Rhodes did Okada Ospreay's in the discussion. The G1 finals in the discussion. All those matches.
Thinking of matches I would probably have. Ospreay Shingo, Ospreay Okada will both make it for me. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of other matches that would be good. Cole Gargano in New York, although the one in Connecticut was excellent too. I'm going between those two, but one of them will certainly be there. I would say.
I thought the Cole Gargano matches don't age well.
Okay.
At least.
You think it's because the outcome was pretty predictable for all 3 matches?
No. I thought they were bloated.
Oh, okay. You think they all took too long?
Yeah.
Okay.
The third match especially. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? They're trying to tell an epic story.
Yep. They were trying to tell the story like they did with Ciampa and Gargano. And I think those matches age better than Cole Gargano. Cole Gargano was still productive.
Let's rank NXT matches in history. NXT branded matches.
Okay.
Matches I hate. Dane Nakamura's 1, but Bate Walter's 2. I think that highly of Bate Walter.
You bet Bate Walter over Bate Dunn.
Yes. Bate Dunn was a nice sprint. But Bate Walter was like great.
Bate Walter definitely did show the versatility of Bate, especially, but Walter too. I'd probably go. Zayn and Shin is one. I would agree with that. Actually, no. I go Bate and Dunn one.
What was the Gargano Ricochet match?
Takeover Phoenix.
Oh, right.
That was Takeover Phoenix. That was a really good one. I would probably go with. I'll go Dunn Bate 1. I go Shinsuke Zayn 2. I would say the 2 out of 3 falls tag 3. I would go probably Dunn and Walter, probably not Dunn and Walter. Bate and Walter, I could argue 4. I could see that as 4th. Gargano, Almas, and Philly, I could see 5th. Yeah, so Gargano, Almas, and Philly, I would say 5th.
Walter Bate and Zayn Nakamura, because I rated all 3 of those matches 5 stars. I rated the 2 out of 3 falls tag between DIY and World Boxing. That 2 out of 3. Is that the 2 out of 3 falls you were talking about?
Yeah.
From Toronto, yeah.
From Toronto. From Takeover Toronto 1.
But I just think it's hard to say.
At those 5, I'd probably go 6-man ladder match. I'd probably go 6-man ladder from New Orleans. And then that'd be 6, and then Sasha Bailey's probably 7.
Yeah, Sasha Bailey's the best women's match of all time.
Absolutely, it's the best women's match.
Not in American women's history.
As what?
Because in the best match in American women's history. Because Japanese women's wrestling is on a different level, as we have seen. But now let's get back to this year. A lot of people liked Okada Suzuki. Some people were saying that was match of the year level. Highly rated on Cage Matches, the number 6 match. Right now. The lowest rating it got was a 7.
Wow.
Out of 10.
That's some high praise.
I thought it was very good. I thought it was excellent. Don't get me wrong, but I may rewatch it with English commentary because the feed I had was Japanese. But I don't think that matters that much. But I'm just so used to watching New Japan shows with English commentary at this point.
You just want to make sure you understand everything that happened.
Yeah. So there was a Nomura Okabayashi match that was very good from BJW as well. The 3-night, so I'll give you the top 50. Robinson and Tomohiro Ishii. I'll give you notable matches.
Okay.
There's this Jericho Naito.
Which was really good. I really enjoyed that from Wrestle Kingdom.
How much of the Best of Super Juniors have you watched? There's a couple matches in there from there.
I watched a couple, and then obviously Osprey Shingo rates incredibly high for me.
Did you watch Phantasmo versus Rocky Romero by any chance?
I don't think so.
Watch that match. Very good. I'm thinking like Moxley Ishii. Does that rate highly for you?
Yeah.
Bushi
Two physical dudes beating up people. They're beating each other up. All for it.
Which Ibushi Osprey did you think was better?
Probably the one in the dome.
A lot of people like the G1 one better.
Okay.
But both matches were fantastic.
Yes.
Although
what was that tag match? What was Okada and Okada and Tanahashi versus Okada and Tanahashi versus the Golden Lovers. Was that the match that was the start of the year?
That was just from last year.
I was late last year. Oh, okay. Yes, that won't count.
That was like this late December. Felt like this year, but it was actually last year. Man, for such a long time ago.
That's unfortunate. That felt like it was eons ago, but it worked. Fair enough.
So, what would be your top 10 if you had to? I know Brian Kofi rates high for you.
So. It does, and to me, it's absolutely my favorite main roster WWE match this year.
It's mine. It's mine too, but doesn't make mine. I know it won't.
It probably will. It probably will make it because of the story it told and the payoff. But number one for me probably is Ospreay Okada, and it's tough because there's so many other great matches that happened. Well, because of Dunn and Walter was obviously amazing, and Walter and Bate was amazing, and solid matches. And Ospreay Shingo was also very good.
Oh shit!
What?
Dunn Walter, I love too.
Yeah, Dunn Walter. Yeah, you raved about the match in Brooklyn. How good Dunn and Walter was. But I'm gonna go with Ospreay and Okada won.
Ospreay, I forgot about Ospreay Okada too. I was like, I'm staring right at it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Ospreay Okada won from Ospreay Okada is number one for me. That was incredible from start to finish. I will go probably Ospreay Shingo 2.
That's my number one.
That's your one, okay.
Ospreay Okada, probably 4th.
Let's see. As I'm watching Moxley and Ishii.
Again.
I'm all about I'm about this. Yeah, I'm just running this one back. I'm about this match right now. Let's see. I will go with number 3. I go Dunn Walter was really good. It was
on the lower part of my list, but right now I can tell you my top 10. Number 10 would be the Takagi and Tomohiro Ishii match.
Okay.
9 would be Okada Ibushi. 8 would be Cody Dawson. 7
make my top 10.
Dunn Walter. 6 Takagi versus Naito. 5 probably Takagi. Did I mention Takagi Ishii?
You, I believe, did.
5, the G1 final. 4, I really like Okada Sonata. No. The 4 I have, 4 would be Okada Ospreay. 3, Tanahashi Omega. 2, Bate Walter. 1, Shingo Wells.
It's a solid year. Wow, he just ate that German. God, Ishii ate that German from Moxley.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's so hard because I'm leaving some 4 3/4 star matches like Moxley, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm leaving 4 3/4 star matchup. The I really like that Ospreay from Dominion. Um, so like Brian Cope's up there too. Dark Arrow Rick's up there. I really
Gargano
like
who?
Ricochet.
Yeah, from Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Although honestly, I would go with War Raiders versus Undisputed Era over Gargano Ricochet. I love them both, but I'd probably go with the War Raiders and Undisputed Era match from that
I
show.
disagree slightly, uh, but um, shout out to KZ versus Pac too. That match was incredible from Pac. The Heaven Gate run.
Yeah, he went almost 2 years with that title, didn't he?
Yeah. It was at least a year with that.
Didn't it say like 600 and I think it said something like 680 days or something.
I need to research that. That might have been an overblown number.
Possibly.
Open the dream. Yes, 229 days.
Oh, okay.
You got it from December to I know he won in December because he got released from WWE. It wouldn't have been 2 years ago because he got released in WWE in April.
Yeah, right around WrestleMania, right? Right around WrestleMania. Right around WrestleMania 34.
No, it was after. It was after because he defended the Cruiserweight Championship before. So it wasn't a 2-year reign. I think that was overwhelmed. But yeah, this has been a great year for wrestling.
A lot of depth, and the depth is being spread out, so we're getting even more different matches.
Yeah, right now in cage match there are 39 matches with at least a 9 rating.
Nice.
So, I forgot about Barnett Suzuki from Bloodsport. That was fucking incredible. Tanahashi Ospreay's up there too. It's a crazy year. And it's because everything's making tape too. So, and there are some matches I haven't seen on this. So, Twitter handles.
Twitter.com/BeastMike. So Spike season basically ended tonight. I will still be doing production stuff. I will be producing for the high school football game up here for State College on Friday night. And I'll be doing some stuff for the Line 90.7 FM. I'll be hosting that show there on Thursday. Probably on radio Friday there too. I'm not sure yet. And
Sports Blitz.
yeah, Sports Blitz there. And I actually will be on play-by-play on Saturday for Penn State game for the Lions. So I'll be doing that as well.
They do student play-by-play. Nice.
Yeah, there's two different radio stations on campus, and I'm with the Line 90.7. And they'll probably they tend to have play-by-play stuff. So I'll be actually doing some play-by-play work with them for the Buffalo game.
Nice. That looks like good. That looks like it's going to be another murder.
We should handle business, yes. There's no reason why we
shouldn't.
Team
hasn't played yet. My team hasn't played yet.
Your boys haven't played. Your boys
because we play on. But yeah. So until next week, this is DJ D for Beats Mike, and